saying the devil is in the detail. Well, nothing could be more true than that saying when it comes to these proposed rental reforms. It's what they're not telling you you should be concerned about. On the face of it, they seem quite fair. They're underlined by principles of safety and security, and even the word fairness is used to describe them. But nothing could be further from the truth. Let's break down some of the most critical reforms that we're concerned about. Pets. You might be thinking it's reasonable that landlords must say yes to pets because they can charge pet bonds. There is no pet bond. The reference to a pet bond is actually taking a small amount of money in order to fumigate the property at the end of the tenancy if infestation is present. So the RIS says you can take between $150 to $250 for that purpose. It's not a pet bond. There's no additional money available to you at the end if that pet has created damage to the property. And similarly, minor modifications. They're not minor modifications. If you look at the detail in the RIS, what they are modifications, changes and alterations that can be made to a property that ultimately can be reversed and don't require building approval. And that's actually how broad those modifications are. There are a series of modifications that a tenant can make without even asking a landlord's consent. And then there are a second range of modifications a tenant can ask for. And if the landlord doesn't give an answer within 7 days, it will be a deemed yes from the landlord. And of course, the big one is ending a tenancy, not being able to end a tenancy without grounds. That sounds reasonable. The punter on the street hears that and says it's entirely reasonable that a landlord should not be able to simply turf out a tenant without grounds. So let's be clear about that, ladies and gentlemen. You can't do that under existing tenancy laws. Once a tenancy agreement has been agreed to and it is for a fixed term, the parties are in that relationship for that fixed term unless there's a breach. What the government is actually proposing is that if a tenant wishes to stay beyond the agreed length of that tenancy agreement, then the tenant has the power to dictate how long they want to stay for. And the only way that a landlord can ask that tenant to leave is if they can establish some limited grounds. So it's incredibly important that you inform yourself about the facts. Don't listen to the hype. Don't listen to the way that these reforms are being characterised by the government. Make sure you understand what these laws really mean. And also, just to remind you, this is only stage one of these proposed reforms. There are more proposed reforms to come, probably next year. So please don't be apathetic. Don't stand by thinking someone else will speak on your behalf. Get involved, go to our website and make sure that you have your say.